I see they are trying to change the narrative. Judy warriors, even this bad lawyer of DPA, they are trying to change the narrative. You know, yesterday when Judy came out, she was trying to like throw jabs at Mayedochie, trying to make it look like maybe it's Mayedochie that is sponsoring Mr. Obasi because of what she said. She said the people sponsoring him when they organize events, he attends. And we all know that recently it was only the homecoming of Mayedochie that happened at Ebonyi State that Mr. Obasi went to. So probably that's what she was referring to. But then again, I want to ask, this one you all are making it look like, oh, I saw another person saying, oh, and they are sponsoring him, they are trying to use him. This bad lawyer said that they are using Mr. Obasi, they will use him and dump him. Now all of you are trying to make it look like someone is paying Mr. Obasi money to drag Judy, as if the man is still interested in Judy. Or maybe anybody was there when they were doing Migrimo, when they got married and had those babies that Mr. Obasi is crying for. But you all are forgetting that when this whole thing started, this same Mayedochie that you guys are now alleging now paid Mr. Obasi to be dragging Judy. This same Mayedochie came to this media to beg Yuledochie and Judy that they should turn down the online nonsense, online shenanigans they were doing, just so that it will not affect their children, even for their children's sake, not because of them that are already adult. They can handle whatever. Every publicity is good publicity, whether positive or negative, right? You can use it to your advantage as far as you are even a social media personality, right? But for the children's sake, Mayor Edochie came out and begged. Up till today, that post is still on her platform on Instagram. She pinned the post. I believe the reason the woman pinned the post is because she knew that a day like this was going to come where people will start alleging, start claiming that probably she's the one sponsoring one or two stuff. This woman saw the end from the beginning. She knew something like this was going to come up. That was why she made that appeal. She made a passionate appeal that whoever is involved in this matter, both Yolo, both Judy, everybody should tone down the online thing they were doing for their children's sake. But what happened? Yuledochie and Judy Austin never listened to her. They continued to do whatever they were doing. They were dancing, throwing jabs, saying a lot of things. Even when people were coming at Mayedochie unprovoked, these people saw it. They never for once. Have you people ever sat down to ask yourself how this whole thing is affecting Mayedochie's children? Because I mean, these are kids that were raised in a lovely home. At some point, simply because of one Jezebel, katakata entered their house. You guys don't forget, is this infidelity matter that we were still discussing, that they lost their brother, can't believe, Mayedochie's first son and Yuledochie's first son. Is this whole thing that we were still discussing, that boy left this world? Have you people ever sat down to ask yourself how those children are faring? Like the psychological effect this whole thing will have on them. I mean, this is a family that was together before. Then all of a sudden, one Jezebel from nowhere came in. I mean, it is their father's fault because their father is supposed to keep their family intact, but he carried his community prick and went to meet another woman. And even the woman, because she's a loose woman, she couldn't say no. She couldn't say no. And this same woman is coming to the media to make it look like somebody is paying somebody somewhere to drag her. You knew fully what you were doing. They didn't hypnotize you to date Yuledochie. They didn't use juju on you. You left your own marriage and then you went another after, even though the man was the one that asked you out. Can't you say no? Can't you say no? You guys are now trying to make it look like it is now Mayedochie's fault. I mean, this woman is the victim in this whole thing. She was the one that got married after so many years. Her marriage scattered. She even still lost her son. She lost her business. People insulted her. Which one is that? The people that are paying him, they are paying him. Who is paying who? So all this while that people have been insulting Mayedochie, anybody that she does business with, they come after the person. Have you people forgotten how they came after AY? Have you people forgotten how they came after the CEO of Zanda's this thing that Mayedochie is an ambassador for this skincare? Anybody that Mayedochie works with, they come after the person. You want to come and sit down and ask yourself the number of attacks that woman have received on this media. So all of a sudden, a man that have been crying on the media for years now that he wants to see his children is coming out again. You guys are not saying that Mayedochie paid him. Who paid Yuledochie to go to the same podcast to talk about this same marriage? Who paid Yuledochie? Oh, all of a sudden Yuledochie went. Nobody paid him. Nobody forced him. When Yuledochie came out and said his ex-wife went to do Bobby, went to do stoma, that she was sleeping with a married man was sponsoring her. Who told him to do all of that? Who paid him? Who sponsored him to say all of that? Who sponsored him? When he came out and said the year, because the ex-wife said the year that my son Pai was my worst year, he came out and said it's a lie, that it was her best year. Who sponsored him to say all of that? None of you ever came out and said they were paying him. Okay, now Mr. Obasi that has business with Judy cannot come out and talk, but Yuledochie can come out and express himself. But Judy can come out and sing praises to God, claiming that God loves her more than every other person in this world. A few weeks after Yuledochie and Mayedochie lost their first son. Come on now. Come on now. Can we just be reasoning with our head? Can we be reasoning with our head? All of a sudden, you want to come and make it look like Judy is the victim. Oh, Obasi does not need his children. He's just using Judy Austin's name to catch cruise. He's just using Judy Austin's name to catch cruise. And what is wrong if they use her name to catch cruise? Did she not know that there will be negative effects to the action, to the decision that she took so many years ago? When you open your eyes and start sleeping with a useless married man that couldn't keep his vows, he couldn't keep his prick, you decide to allow him to drag you into his mess. You don't know that there will be negative effects. So what are people telling me? Oh, they are paying him. They paid him. They paid him. Person come as I come ask for your children and say them pay him. If children were not involved now, if he was just coming out to come and drag Judy for leaving him, we would have said, okay, maybe they paid him. Oh, God, move on. But kids are involved. Okay, are you people now saying that it is okay for a woman to take kids and the father should not be involved? And I saw somebody saying, nah, go to court now. Is it not the same court that he has gone to before that nothing came out of it? If Mr. Obasi choose to use Judy Austin's name to catch cruise, let him catch cruise. If Judy Austin didn't want this to linger for this long, 2 years ago, she would have come out to make the video that she made yesterday. She would have answered the man. Since over 2 years, I might have been talking about these children on the media. You people did not say Judy Austin Mayedochie paid him. Because he attended events now that every other person went to. Did Mayedochie also pay Uncle Baba? Because he was at that event. That same Uncle Baba was the one who came out and said that Mayedochie has HIV, that she's a lesbian, that she has people she's sleeping with in Ghana. Don't forget. So who paid him? Who paid Esther Sky? Who paid all the other persons? What's this guy's name? That Ijele or whatever he said. Who paid him to be at Mayedochie's event? Una head dey shake. You were trying to make Judy Austin the victim. Meanwhile, this same Mayedochie saw what was going to happen later, and she came out and begged on this media that please, let's end this whole thing. Oh, all this online drama, it will affect our children. This is the post. I went to bring it so that you people will not forget. Because you all are trying to make it look like now the woman is not the troublemaker. She begged. They didn't listen. So they are reaping the result, the output of what they have been doing all these years. Now, they make her look like say they be victim. Stop dragging Yuledochie. He has nothing to do. How does it not have anything to do with all this? Una don't think about how this thing they affect Yuledochie children. The one we born with me. Una never think am. Una no know say if family scatter, na children they suffer the most. Una no know say na children they suffer the most when family scatter. Una see the way Yuledochie they talk about the first daughter for Honest Born podcast. Do you really think they are in good terms? Do you think the relationship they had years ago, they still have it in now? You guys are not even putting those children into consideration. Oh, they are paying Mr. Obasi to drag Judy. Who is Judy that they will pay him to drag? One of you all should get out. If they are using her name to catch cruise, let him use her name to catch cruise. Because when May begged them to back down, to stop it because it will affect their children, none of them listened to her. So let them reap whatever they sow. Come on. Some be say that they pay, then they pay, then they pay. To drag who? Who is she?